John Davenant was an English academic and Bishop of Salisbury from 1621. He also served as one of the British delegates to the Synod of Dort. He was educated at Queen's College, Cambridge, elected a Fellow there in 1597, and was its president from 1614 to 1621. From 1609 onward, he served as the Lady Margaret's Professor of Divinity, from which he was called away by James I to represent the Church of England at the Synod of Dort in 1618, along with Samuel Ward, Joseph Hall and George Carleton. Views at Dort. There were divisions in the Anglican camp. A compromise pursued went in Davenant's direction, according to one interpretation of Davenant's views. Other interpretations see Davenant as distinguishing himself from the school of Saumur and from the views of Moses Amirault, when French Amyraldians attempted to garner support, citing the views of members of the British delegation to the Synod of Dort. Davenant offered a reply by way of clarification in his tract on the controversy among the French divines, in which he appears to make a distinction between his own views and those of the Amyraldians. Davenant sympathized with the aims of John Jury as far as unifying Protestantism went, and wrote in his favor, a piece subsequently quoted by Gerard Brand. On the topic of predestination, he engaged in controversy with the Arminian Anglican Samuel Ward. In an undated letter to his friend Samuel Ward, with whom he had served as a delegate to Dort, Davenant endorses the view that all baptized infants receive the remission of the guilt of original sin in baptism, and that this constitutes their infant baptismal regeneration, justification, sanctification, and adoption. In his view, this infant baptismal remission, which involves the objective status of the infant apart from subjective operations of grace, will not suffice for justification if the child does not later come to faith. Nonetheless, he goes on to argue that this poses no contradiction to the doctrine of the perseverance of the saints as articulated by Dort, since the perseverance intended there presupposes subjective grace. Davenant's dissertation on the death of Christ was translated into English from Latin in 1831 by Josiah Allport and published as an appendix to his commentary on the letter of Paul to the Colossians. The commentary on Colossians was reprinted, without the dissertation, in 2005 by the Banner of Trust. The dissertation was republished by Kinter Press in 2006.